Hey everyone, it is Beth, and I'm going to talk to you this week of the community that I decided to look further into. I chose Celtics Life once again and decided to focus a little bit further on the new head coach, Brad Stevens. So, what this community is talking about now, um, the main thing right now has been the preseason opening day, which actually takes place tomorrow. So, this past week has been pretty big with preseason stuff. Um, they want to know how the new coach is going to be um, involved this year and how his transition from college league basketball to the professionals, what that transition is going to be like, and if it's going to fare well for the Celtics. Also, since this is a rebuilding year, this has been um, quite the change for the Celtics organization. So a lot of people have been commenting how Coach Stevens is going to definitely help out the team this year with this new look and new feel for this organization since they lost their two top players and one of their best coaches. And also, as always, there's a ton of fan feedback always coming through the community on um, how excited they are or how disappointed they are with this new change in staffing as well as with players. So it's going to be interesting to see how over the next few weeks all can change and the ups and downs of it all. So with the opening day, I just pulled a couple clips from Twitter and a blog post. Um, these Twitter handles have been just what Stevens has been looking through for this preseason. Boston Celtics NW said Brad Stevens calls upcoming preseason game a trials week for the Boston Celtics. So this is just a link to another article on a blog um, that all these are doing, just about Stevens and how he's going to be coping with the opening week for preseason for the preseason games. Um, Celtics Life also did a blog post on how the outcome of this preseason won't probably affect the season ticket holders per usual, but it's pretty much talking about how Stevens is going to be looking at this preseason as just a starting point for having everyone mesh together. So next is the rebuilding year. There have been a ton of posts about how the Celtics are looking to rebrand this year and rebuild. There have been right here a couple of blog posts on how the old coach Doc Rivers, he didn't want to stay with the team as they started rebuilding, so that's why he decided to leave after Pierce and Garnett left. So pretty much all eyes are on Brad Stevens right now is how he can pull together this team and help rebuild them in these stages coming. Next thing that they focus on hugely is the fan feedback. Overall, it seemed that everyone has still pretty much supported the Celtics organization, win or lose, but obviously with the change comes a few bandwagon fans that have decided to jump ship. So, I mean, you can't always rely on those people, but overall, it was pretty interesting to see the positive feedback that Coach Stevens is getting for the Celtics. The first one that I pulled that, which was pretty interesting, is that being said, I absolutely cannot wait for CSB ball. Brad Stevens is a basketball genius, and the Celtics will be back way sooner than later. Um, and then this guy said that the Lakers and Celtics are going to suck this year. So it's definitely a crapshoot with what you get, but it's definitely interesting to see. One thing on Facebook, I saw definitely more people doubting this season and doubting Stevens and the new players with this year, because since it is a brand new year, they don't know what to expect. Whereas Twitter, a lot more people seemed more open to the fact of a new head coach and new players coming on. This guy said that Brad Stevens hashtag coach of the year. So it's going to be, like I said, interesting to see it play out over the next couple weeks as the season starts getting underway. Next, worries and concerns of the community. Like I said, since this is a rebuilding year, they want to know how this new coach is going to react to from playing college basketball to NBA basketball. So it's definitely going to be a change and cause for concern for many of these community members. They also want to know how these new players, coaches, and management, how they're all going to sync up together. They want to make sure that there are no kinks in the system, as well as any players or coaches trying to jump ship because of management issues and vice versa. So they want to make sure that it's going to be a pretty smooth sailing season all over. And another concern, like all concerns for Boston sports teams, is if this is going to be a playoff or championship type team. They're always chanting for the banner 18 every single year, and everyone hopes to raise the banner for the Celtics. So they want to know if this team is going to be what it's cracked up to be, or if we should just be listening to people saying that the Celtics are just going to be awful this year. So what is on the community's mind? Like I said, it's the Celtics franchise. It's always on their mind. They're definitely loyal people. They're loyal fans and followers. So no matter what, through the new coaches and new players, they're always going to stick by their side. Since this is a new year, it is cause for change within the organization. And like I said, Banner 18 has been a huge vocal point throughout the years with Celtics fans. So the social media platforms, there have been plenty of social media platforms, but I think the biggest one has been Twitter by far. Celtics Life, they have just a little bit under 200,000 followers, but there's a ton more of Celtics followings, especially with the new year coming. Also, there have been plenty of blogs that I've found on YouTube and Topsy to help me with this, that have definitely painted Brad Stevens. So some of the key influencers have been the Boston Celtics, Celtics Life, Jim Rome, who is an analyst for ESPN, Chris Forsberg, who's a beat reporter for ESPN in the Boston area, and Jake King, who actually does some of the insight for Celtics Life. And areas of opportunity. So per day, over the past month for Brad Stevens, as you can see, it actually has increased over the past month. It was interesting today. I saw it going from all the way at the bottom, and I saw it just continue to grow daily. So especially with the start of the season, he's definitely causing some buzz within the Celtics community and organization for this growth and so on. So I mean, pretty much, I wasn't totally surprised with everything that I found out this week. I was surprised to see a lot of people still doubting the Celtics, as well as a lot of people doubting the organization for what's to come. But I mean, you can't really judge it yet, so I guess all in all, it didn't really surprise me. But I look forward to talking more about the Celtics and also seeing how this community is going to be growing over the next couple of weeks. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.